Well, there's actually two ways I work. One way is using the NLP timeline process. So I'm an NLP master practitioner.
Me too.
Pardon?
Me
yeah.
too.
Yeah. So NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. It's the study of the language of the brain, how we form our subjective experience and how that can be changed. So I work with facilitating the clearing of limiting decisions. Now, limiting decisions are very different than unhealed issues. It's not that you've been wounded or anything like that. It's an unconscious misinterpretation of reality made at a young age, usually before the age of 6 or 7, that has then distorted your experience of reality, causing you to believe that life doesn't work in that area. So it's a very fast, effective, hypnotic process for getting back to that very first event and clearing it. So, and that's, you talk about getting on with things. You do that, you clear it, it's gone. It's a very fast process. But there's also another way that I work, and it's how I work with myself, and it's what I teach in the Life is Meant to Work thought system, that one of the aspects of it has to do with learning how to come into the present moment, or shifting your consciousness. So it, in a sense, relates probably more to Jean and Jamie, the kind of work that they do. It is, I started developing it in 1995 when I took a stand on the principle life is meant to work, and I would not accept any other solution when I'm working with clients or whatever if it isn't congruent with life is meant to work. And because of that, a whole different perspective of reality opened up for me, a whole thought system that my work is based on that. And so one of the things, as would apply to the subject that we're talking about in terms of applying spirituality, is how do you come into the present moment, understanding what keeps you out of the present moment, and how you come into it on a very practical level, on a day-to-day level. And that does have to do with tapping into what you're feeling, your emotions. If you're disconnected from your emotions, then you have to find a process for getting into it. So basically it's coming into truth, what is really true in the present moment, which includes what you're feeling, whatever it is, getting to what matters most to you, which also brings you into the present moment, which relates to enlightened self-interest. There's a number of different things that bring you into the present moment, and the present moment is like the interfacing or the bridge to the divine. It's where you tap into inspiration and knowledge and guidance, your higher self. Then it becomes a co-creative process between your intentions and desires and a larger truth and reality. Jamie and Jean and I have been on a number of different shows, and it appears that we were representing different, sometimes radically different perspectives on approach to spirituality and increasing consciousness and basically evolution, personal evolution. And it's really hard to understand someone else's experience when you're for instance, for people who are very congruent and very aligned with themselves and can manifest easily, it's hard for them to understand other people who have a lot more trouble manifesting because they're just other challenges that they're dealing with. So it appears to me that the inner world that I live in has been hugely challenging for me my entire life. And so who doesn't have that kind of inner world, it'd be hard for them to understand the kind of experience that I'm sort of sloshing through as I listen more and more to my guidance, my own personal evolution. Whereas other people can just, point their will in a particular direction and just manifest like crazy, but not everybody can do that.